Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battlerapresume. Here with one of my favourite guests, one of those guys that you've had on quite a few times. Always good to catch up on the battles. And, it's a huge occasion, Quill. You're the Don't Flop World Title Champion right now.
Massive occasion, isn't it? Yeah, I am. It happens to be. It's weird how it just panned out. Yeah.
And it was cool to see. I mean, we'll get to the DNA battle in full towards the end of the episode, but it was very cool to see a little bit of adjunct extra footage at the end. You with the ring, you happy, really pleased about the victory, which endeared the whole title more. What was most interesting, though, that people might have missed, you called out Shocks. You said you want to battle Sharks. You said there wanted to be a melding of the titles there, a true King of the Hill. That could be a huge clash.
Yeah, man. It's just like I'm trying to have fun with it. I'm trying to do things with it. You know what I mean? But no one really wants to battle these days. To be honest with you, Tom, it's a bit dead. Like everyone's like, I'm out here. Like I'm happy to battle. I'm not saying I'll win whatever, but I'm out here to put my neck on the line, do something entertaining. But it seems like a lot of people just, I don't know, man. Shocks, I love Shocks, but he's battling in the park and stuff.
Well, he battled Ilmac as well.
Yeah, I rate that, exactly. No, I rate that. But it's just I'm not saying Shocks, but I'm just saying in general, just trying to have fun with it. But the international title is quite a fun title because obviously then we get to have other people come over and see some unusual battles. I was excited. I think that was the downfall. It's not, in my eyes, it's not a great battle. I think I bigged it up too much in my head. You know what I mean? It was like a big deal, and then I went into the battle a lot more aggressive. I think than I should. I feel like I normally get approaches right to battles, if that makes sense. I normally kind of have the correct approach to the battle, but that one I didn't. But yeah, it is what it is.
And loads of stuff has happened since we last spoke. I can't remember exactly what we were speaking about, but one of the big headlines, I guess, from Quill's kind of last 12 months was the whole Premier Battles fallout. I wasn't really sure what happened there. I don't want to untie the bandages or whatever, but something about you wanting to be paid as a manager or something I can't really remember. What was it?
Yeah, it's not really. To be honest, there's no fallout. Like me and Briggsy and all them lot talking that, so we all worked. We're all good in that, but it wasn't a fallout. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what you asking to get into it.
I just in brief, we'll get onto the battles and the important shit.
It's just a bit I feel as a manager, if I'm doing X amount as far as going up north and that, I should be looked after a bit. And what I was bringing to the table at the time, I brought in international loose cipher, etc. and that kind of shit. I just thought I should be looked after a little bit, but whatever. And then we just went separate ways. But it's cool. I'm sure we'll work together in the future. You know what I mean? Big up Premier Battles, they're doing their thing, innit?
And you are a real tireless battler, as you say. I mean, at the time of us recording this, and we'll build up to them, there's 2 battles in the offing, and, there's 2 big battles that we're going to recap here, against giant names, in Real Deal and DNA. Looking back, because I remember you battling Old English in a tent or something.
That was my second battle. And I think that was a week after my tryout, or 2 weeks after my tryout. So
I mean, you've been around, is what I'm saying. And to get to this point is crazy. I mean, just to jump off there for a second. The first time I heard of you, I'm probably said this in the episode before. Pamphlet shared your battle on Facebook, and he quoted one of your bars, "Pick it up as you go along" or something like that. The bin man, and I was just like, who's this guy? And then it grew from there. It's just so cool to see. You really are a product of this league and this vision that you've came so far to battle these people.
Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you for that, because that's how I feel. I feel like I've gone. I just feel like I've gone on the proper journey from Raw to here. So yeah, I appreciate that. It's fun though, and it's been fun. That's why now it's at a stage where I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm happy to have fun with it, but it doesn't seem like many people have that kind of spirit still. It's kind of, everyone's kind of making strategic moves, or I don't know, man, rather than just just having a battle, man. And you know what I mean? It seems a bit dead at the moment.
Well, I mean, you were part of, in recent memory, a huge event, a great occasion, Next in Line 3 against Real Deal. If I'm correct in thinking, this is the battle we haven't spoke about, right? This is the latest one,
we
I think.
spoke about. Yeah, well, I don't. So we haven't done DNA or real deal. We didn't
No.
do DNA, did we? No, yeah. So we haven't done DNA or real deal. Yeah, so that's kind of it's weird.
This was quite a while ago. Like,
yeah, it was the end of last year. So like September times, I think, like last year, something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because it's like a total opposite. Like it shows that like that was a week after, and it was the one that I wasn't really concentrated on because, like I said, I picked up the DNA one in my head to be a big battle, and you can see as I'm really aggressive in the DNA one, the one that's a week after where I'm so much more relaxed and it's a lot better performance. So I'm still learning, and I think I learned a big lesson from that DNA one. That is like, I don't think you'll see me being as much aggressive in my battles. I've always been aggressive in like little bits of it, but yeah, I think the relaxed approach is a lot better for me.
Fuck your bitch mixtape. After you was here early in the year, we all had Danny arrange it and you hop back on the plane quick, not because you body rapped when you aced it, it's so we can all return your lame shit. You're actually leaving here with more of your mixtapes than you came with. He starts off optimistic, selling it for £5. Do you need a He starts off optimistic, selling it for £5. Do you need a cash machine? Have you got the time now? Okay, how about £2? I'll cut the price down. How about you take the fucking CD and your next drink is on my round?
I mean, this is an astonishing battle. Like, I did a top 10 battles of 2018, end of last year, and I named this one there. I was there, and it was great.
Thanks for that. I appreciate you turning around your opinion because you said it was shit.
Yeah, I did actually.
Cheers, mate.
I did admit that in the video as well, that again, people act like I have this hallowed opinion, this rarefied air. No, huge mistakes, and yeah, definitely on this one, and the bars that I used in the video, a lot of people said like, yo, you picked like the worst bars, and I was like, yeah, I kind of did, but this is a crazy battle, in fitness, of course.
Yeah, I'm proud. I think that's one of my better performances, that one.
Yeah, I mean, real deal, like, what can you say about this guy? He's just aging incredibly well.
Real deal.
Yeah, he's just been so consistent.
It's just incredible that I feel good about myself for how consistent I've been, but he was battling way, way, way before me, and he is still at this level, and he's gone through different eras and had to still stay relevant. It's just incredible that, like you know what I mean? That's real skill. You know what I mean?
And in the first, you portray him as the chef committing murder, baked potato everywhere, and then you mentioned Canada as well. You mentioned Tony battling him. Like, there's a lot of kind of popular topics that are touched on well, I think, in the first.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, just trying to take it. Just being like, just like I said, it's a lot different. So I mean, with the DNA, I'm kind of, because it's a title match in my head, I'm like trying to attack him. Whereas the real deal one, I'll start off doing a joke about I've got Tony these writtens or something. So it's like a totally different approach already. I think that's that avenue I should be going down.
I mean, to slap the bitch out of you, so real deal, recognise real, gets a huge response. Like, you do have this very elusive rhythm to when you punch. It's quite unexpected, and it just worked really well there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's a short one-liner, isn't it? Which is probably what I'm known for.
And kind of what real deal, again, exhibits here. Like, even in certain stuff where he's just doing it just for the fun of it, for the sport, like how, when he grew up, he was on the block so he can say these bars, Queen in a beater with a stash, like Freddie Mercury at Live Aid.
He's just got a presence as well.
Yeah.
And he's one of them battlers that have such a likability factor that you're just drawn in instantly. Like, do you know what I mean? He's got like this charisma about him. Some battlers like him are just like, they have this aura around them, man.
Yeah. He is
I don't know how to explain it, but
he can get away with a fray scheme at the end of the first. That's great. Like, I
like it.
Where did I go wrong in the middle of the fray?
I like it though.
It is good. No, it is really good.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah. And then he mentions Code Red, You Can't Handle the Truth as well. Like, it's vintage stuff. It's excellent stuff. And what did you think of his third? It's kind of a concept round. He doesn't essentially mention you in the entire round, and then the punches that no one in the US does. So what would he?
Yeah. I love it, man. Like, as far as like, it's not like as far as a competitive battle, like you're not gonna mark that one, but like that's what I love. That's not my approach. I'm not approaching talking like that as a round where it's like that is a good round. Like, do you know what I mean? Not necessarily all aimed at me, but that's such a fun old school battle round. Like, where he's taking the mick out of Charlie Clips and that. What is he saying? Yeah. Like, what's the angle?
Well, yeah, he's just, like, he wouldn't even sit shotgun and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So good, man.
Hacksaw Ridge, and it's a whole third round is the entire thing, and, it's brilliant stuff from him here. And again, your second and third, just the Grease Lightning Punch. Which Real Deal goes crazy about,
My freeze off, man. I got my freestyle game popping that battle, man. Mm-hmm. It was good. And it's weird because that's what I'm saying. Like, that battle, I had like hardly any time to prepare for it. But like, I mean, I had the time, but like, I didn't give myself the time, to be fair, to prepare for it. And it's just like, it just come off so much better, just more relaxed, and I was able to freestyle and stuff. Like, it was good.
I mean, some of your best stuff, I think, is in the second, where you combine the idea of a name flip with a kind of, I guess, a weight insult. He's big, used to be skinny, spitting ages ago, gained all the weight that your name used to hold.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay. It's one of them, See, that's one of them ones that's all right. Like, you would love it if Soul said it, though. You would love that one.
I love it now.
No, I'm joking. Joking. Yeah, it's all right.
Soul could spit that. That's an endorsement right there. If Soul could say your bar, then it works. But I mean, I don't know if Soul would say the Monica Bing line. Maybe he would, actually. He's done Friends bars before, so.
Yeah, Monica Bing, like that one as a Friends one.
Yeah, can't wait to clean up.
I'm always leading up to the palm in the hand, rocked in the ring. You know them ones? Because The Rock used to spit, in the spin hand and again the whoosh. I can't remember what the other multis are for that.
Paul Weller's invoked later on as well.
Paul Weller was the jam. Yeah, so that's funny. So what's happening there? Is like, you don't see it because it's off camera, but obviously I do the drink flip. Yeah. Oh no, that's not. Yeah. So whilst I'm doing that, he goes and drinks someone else's drink. Yeah. Because he gave like Tony to hold. He gives someone to hold his drink anyway, and he drinks someone else's drink. And then he does it again in the second round as well. That's why that freestyle came relevant in the third, if you remember.
Yeah. This is a superb battle. Like, you do rank this as one of your highest then?
Yeah, because it has like that feel good factor. Yeah, and just like as myself performing it, I'll put that up there as one of my best. I like that.
What are you most happy with overall performance-wise? What's your favourite set of rounds or round?
So my Real Deal stuff, I really like my Yunnan performance, which I think I kind of stand alone on that. No one really talks about that. But yeah, as far as me, like my performance, I know that when I was on stage there, I was owning that. Like, I was doing things like walking around, and like when I did like inanimate object stuff, I was like picking up cups, just random performance, like freestyle things that you don't really pick up on. That one, I think my Soul battle and I think them three for me are like my ones. Even ones like against Raptor, both my battles against Raptor and the ones against Bobby Rex, they're not really like the big battles. People that say like tips and that, but they're battles that I know that when I was in there, I was in control of the situation, if that makes sense. Yeah.
So the DNA battle was around this time, and this had been like cancelled a few times before. I mean, this gets mentioned in the battle.
It got cancelled one time.
Retaliation, right?
Yeah, it was, in hindsight, it was okay because I really left it late to write, so I didn't have as much yet. And his excuse was his tooth. He had to go dentist. I was like, I didn't know if it was a joke or if he was saying that to take the piss, like DNA in his teeth. That's why he's dropping out that. I couldn't believe it, bro. But yeah.
So you still had a lot to work from building into this battle. Then you had more time.
Yeah, I had more time. To be honest with you, like I said, I'm happy with my material. It's just my performance wasn't good, and like there's a bit like in the first round, it looks really bad. So I'm like saying to the crowd, like, "Oh, they're not reacting," and that's not the case. I'm too experienced for that. If they don't react, I'll keep going. I may have done that before, but I forgot my bar, and I was trying to get seconds. Like I was like, "Oh, you don't like the bar," and like I'm even going to get a drink and. We cut it out of the final edit, but you see in the pay-per-view, it's like spilling down my chin and shit. I'm just trying to buy seconds. I'm not even thinking like to drink the drink. I'm just fucking trying to get seconds. That probably wasn't in hindsight the best option, but it's still better than choking, because I may have, if that looked like I was a choke, then I may have lost like the round. But so it just wasn't a great performance. I'm happy with my material though. But yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, this goes down the same night as the Versus premiere, I think? I think they like come from that.
Like a night after or something.
Was it a night
like
after?
That. Maybe it was the same or something. Yeah, maybe it's around.
Did you see Versus Quill?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, it'd be interesting. I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's actually it's way better than Bodied. I always say it's way better than Bodied.
I haven't seen Bodied either. I'm down to watch both. I just haven't come across it yet.
I'd love to just film you watching it, man, giving you commentary on it. It's quite earnest. It's almost a bit like This Is England meets 8 Mile, but in a kind of sanitized way. But
yeah, I'm down for it still. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. But I'm in no way sponsored by Versus, but check out the review and the director's stuff. So we'll get to DNA.
Bloodless doggy dog on my estate of 8 friends. Better watch my space. Go ahead, shoot me in the chest, fam. Don't think I would die straight. It's been a long time since my heart's been in the right place. What happened with Chess and Steams? Huh? You didn't do shit when Shine got shot. You disappeared as soon as somebody might get snuffed in your battles. You talk a lot of imaginary fights cards and haven't mentioned it once. Guess that's the first rule of Fight Club. You don't want to let shit fly. Mr. T, course he ain't got attitude. Man can't even kiss his teeth.
I
mean, were you a big DNA fan before this? I mean, how can you ignore DNA? Like,
to be honest, what happened is I kind of coming into the battle, everyone was going like, "Oh, it's an easy win for me." Da, da, da. And I was actually thinking, no, I can imagine him coming really, really good, and it's going to be a hard battle, and people are going to, not give as much credit. Like I thought he'd be really good, and to be honest, he wasn't. He wasn't good. He freestyled a lot. It was really below par.
I mean, did he freestyle the whole thing essentially?
Not the whole thing. Like he's got writtens and stuff, but I think he freestyled a lot of it.
Yeah.
And there's it's not you can't do that. And I really thought he was gonna come so if he came as good as I was expecting him to, then he would have beat me. Whatever, innit?
Yeah. It's what was the room like? The crowd like for you?
Yeah, it wasn't like a battle rap event. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good vibe. It was I don't know, man. But that's no excuse, man. It was my fault in that. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't the worst battle in the world, but it's just I don't know, for a title match and that. And yeah, it was an evening event, and it wasn't like a big event. It wasn't it wasn't built up and all this, and it was just, I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, the whistling kicks in for you, the trademark at the start, and him not being able to join in because of his missing teeth. And ain't got attitude, can't even kiss his teeth.
Yeah, a couple of teeth ones there we go. Got a couple of teeth jokes in. We tried to make it a little bit original.
Exposed by a fan, Marilyn Monroe.
It's not bad, that one. It's alright.
And you do kick up the venom. You are very angry in this battle.
I am, yeah, really aggressive in it.
Yeah, I don't think it's
but his experience as well played a lot in that. He was very relaxed and made me look even more aggressive rather than so. Yes, he's the most experienced battler out there, isn't he? So. I mean, but I took the wrong approach, I think, in that battle.
Yeah, it was
I was expecting it to be raws as well, because there's a lot of punches there that I'm saying, my beginning bars where I did a Facebook scheme and that, and Grenfell and that. I'm expecting it to be popping, and it's not, so it kind of makes me look a bit more silly as well. But yeah.
Yeah, and "Let's go Quill" is shouted by at the end of your round, and DNA says, "Isn't his go no more?" Which is great. And
he says what?
He says, "It isn't your go no more." I don't know if you remember that.
Right, okay.
Sort of okay. But I mean, yeah, his whole first feels very freestyle. He's got that slow DNA energy there, that kind of measured improvisation, and just leans on a lot of things there. And he gets very annoyed, and you do it a lot. You talk through his round.
Yeah.
Are you proud of that? I mean, I'm not saying you should be shameful of it, but it's the top comment currently on the video is about you doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not proud of it. Like I said, there's I'm not disgusted of it or anything. But do you know what I mean? But it's no, it's just I got it wrong. Do you know what I mean? Battles are different. Like I said, there's say a battle with Real Deal or something. It's kind of okay, feel good vibe. You're letting each other's bars get off. In that occasion, I kind of took it maybe a bit too competitive. There's type of battles where it is masculine, heated, and then talking for each other's rounds, you're putting each other off, that kind of thing. When it's a title match, you're going in for it. Do you know what I mean? And I was kind of just prepared for a sluggish battle, when it just wasn't. It wasn't the right approach. So, but that's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, DNA is DNA. He mentions the movie Venom. and the reference does not get any reaction.
Can I say something? I don't know if you're hard to, but like when he cancelled the first battle, then he did like a little vlog, it's the chant with you. He's like, don't worry guys, I'm not just coming to do Quill NyQuil bars, I'm going to take my time, and then he does like one of these NyQuil bars again. Oh, what the fuck, I wish I'd freestyled about that. I just saw the battle like when it came out, I was just kicking myself when I didn't do a freestyle like that.
I mean,
idiot.
Repercussions, guitar, drums, string, we've heard a lot of this stuff. The penmanship, Tim Henmanship from you in the second.
Because I was doing like a tennis scheme and I was trying to do the grass in court, like because Queens in UK, the Queens is grass was or whatever. Then trying to do like his father-in-law, because his father-in-law was a grass or whatever, didn't he, or snitch or whatever, but it didn't really pop off. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that kind of shit, what I think is good, right? Don't really pop off. Then I do a penmanship. It's a nice little multi, but it's so stupid, and that's what gets the. You know what I mean? So that's just me getting the whole thing wrong, as you can see there.
Well, I mean, Keller, Penn do the talking's quite nice as well.
No reaction. That's my favourite bar of the battle. I think one of them anyway. No reaction. Yeah. Fucking hell.
And then you return again to these well-worn topics at the end of the second. DNA choking in front of Eminem that time.
Yeah. Not the Eminem. Yeah, he choked in front of Eminem. Was it his mom's legs of spaghetti? That's what it ended with.
And I mean, DNA just punches a lot in the second, obviously. Innovating, renovating. You remember that whole sequence?
A little bit, yeah.
Deliberating, giving the left or the right, and again, mentioning the interrupting.
Who I was interrupting him?
Yeah, again, he sort of brought it up at the end of the second just to compound the point.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know.
But your third is very different, very sincere. You mentioned having a beef with her before it was popular.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
And Kruger gets mentioned as well, so Love Him Forever.
Yeah, just because that was a whole confusing thing, that whole DNA thing, it was kind of... but I wanted to make it clear, that... I think I've got my point across there anyway, so yeah.
And also...
And it's his birthday this week, so shout out my brother Kruger.
Oh yeah, shout out Kruger, definitely, on his birthday. Probably, I'm not even joking, Quill, literally, this bar that you wrote in this third round is one of my favourite bars that I've heard in ages.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
Yeah, the whole, went viral at first, turned Queens to Raccoon City when I combined some herbs.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of make it better, but I don't know, I couldn't make it longer.
You had the typewriter bar against clips, right?
Yeah. So sometimes I like to kind of get a topic, but try and make it like original, and like maybe sometimes do topics that I've done myself, kind of like previously. You know what I mean? I kind of like to make topics my own. Like if someone said something, like if someone says Resident Evil, you're gonna say me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You do the best Resi bars.
So I try to do things like try and make themes my own. But yeah, Raccoon City, goodbye these subs. And then I did a Steve McClaren with the umbrella. Carry on with umbrella kind of thing. But I don't know if that one will go above.
No, that was clever, man. Yeah, that was really, really good.
Managed to stay dry. Obviously, managing in the rain.
Yeah.
Had an umbrella. Yeah.
I mean, DNA, talking about his life in the third, on his 4th birthday, he saw a shotty take an arsehole out.
What? 4th birthday? Huh? What?
He's talking about like his childhood, and because that bar you sort of dismiss.
What you talk about?
The shotty Arsenal bar. Well, I mean, you talk about his dad as well, but
Arsenal bar.
Yeah, he talks about his growing up on his literal 4th birthday, like he saw a shotty take an arsehole out.
Okay, I'm lost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pre-Quill as well. He's talking about his history on Don't Flop. That was pre-Quill. Yeah. Check the backstory.
It's whack, bro. Allow pre-Quill, bro. Allow it.
But the battle wraps up, and Bilzar gives it to you.
Yeah.
Lady Shocker.
Thank you, Bilzar.
Gives it DNA.
Huh?
Lady Shocker gave its DNA.
Yeah, I know.
Sean giving it to you.
Thank you, Sean. I know you're a fan as well.
And the camera guy gave its DNA.
Yeah, I don't know many drinks.
No. But I mean, you won in the end. So
I won in the end. So it's kind of like I got it done. We got it done. We got it through the bad and stuff. it's like what they say, you know what I mean? You got, you know, sometimes Man United and whatever. Not Man United, they're shit, but, you know, play a shit game where you got to get a W, you know what I mean?
And what sort of, is it Shocks only? Like, who else ideally would you like to face off to defend the title?
Like, well, it's the international title, so it has to be international.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, we've got one or two names still, which is quite exciting. So yeah, it's going to be fun. My approach will definitely be different this time. It'll be a lot more. It'll be hopefully a more watchable battle. So yeah, it's good because it's just a learning point, isn't it? Like, it's just another learning point. But I feel like I'm always progressing, so it's good that I'm still learning.
And, you know, we push on then to the battles upcoming. Like, there's a battle going down next Saturday, the 25th of May, in Fiddlers. I'll be there myself at the Code Red event that you are headlining versus Hulk in a one-rounder. I mean, do you think you can beat Hulk?
Do I think I could beat him? Yeah, of course. And I feel like he could beat me as well, so it's good. It's, I really, really like Hulk. I think he's so underrated. He's someone I'll always watch his battles. Like, I think he's sick. I think Hulk is sick. I think he's got bars. So I'm thinking as a one rounder, it will suit him more as well. So I feel this could be a really sick battle, man. So the last time I battled, it was battles back to back on the weeks. So now it's back to back again because it'll be crafty after. So man's going back to back on the back to back. So
and the crafty one's 3 rounds, right?
No, that's 1 round as well. I think it's 1 round. Jeez, I'm not 100% sure.
What is your thing with 1 rounds? Like,
so these ones, I think this one was just coincidental. Before I kind of had a thing for it, but these ones was just coincidental. But yeah, I like it. It's fun to write for, and it's easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's sometimes like it's like people like say they see me versus Hulk, yeah, and they say 1 round, and then I see 2 people comment on my thing and they're like, oh, this should be a 3-round battle, be better as a 3-round battle. How can it be better? You haven't even seen it yet. And it's like what? So what if sometimes it's better than like what? Just turning down the battle. Like, people are not even battling. I'm taking that extra battle. All right, I'll take this battle. Let's just make it 1 rounder. You know, no one's there. So it's like you're still it's not enough that I'm battling Crafty and then I'm accepting the battle the week before. It's like they want more rounds. Like, you're still going to get a lot of material. Like, some 1 rounders are sick. Like, I prefer 1 rounders actually. I think the bar, because you squash your bars together a lot more. There's a lot less time for bullshit. Because if you lose their attention in a 1 round, you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? So I reckon me and Hulk in a 1 round is even better than a 3 round. And I think people are going to be surprised how good the battle is.
And what about you and Craft? Are you a fan of his or?
Not personally, to be honest with you. I'm a fan of him as a person, not as a battler, but not as a battler, but
you ever see the Jay Short battle? Like, he's great in that battle.
Yeah, no, like I was gonna say, just because I'm not a fan of him doesn't mean that I don't respect him. Like, I think he's really good. He could beat me. He's someone who's like always hungry, and his writing is good. So yeah, he's still a threat. It's just not personally like someone that I watch his battles, but I still know he's a threat and he could beat me. So, and with 1 round as well, like I said, I think that's going to be another good battle. So these are 2, like, this is a nice little challenge for me. And then hopefully defend my title, have another battle before I defend the title this year. So this is like a good challenge, man. Like, these 2.
Yeah, when's the Don't Flop on again? It's like the week after.
Yeah, it's the week after in Bristol, man. It's going to be sick. There's like, so it's him and who's the headline? Is it like, I know, like, I think Press One is like battling as well and shit.
I think he's supposed to battle Cortez, but I don't think he is anymore, yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, so then it's just, brother, who cares? I'm battling blood. It's going to be sick. Let's have a look. Oh, what? So Cortez is not battling him now?
I don't think he is at the moment, no. I think, I don't really know.
But I know Mickey's on the card. Mickey will be on there. Mickey's a Don Dada and shit. So, yeah, it's going to be sick, bro. Well, I'm going to come a bar out.
We've been live streaming this whole thing as we normally tend to do, so go subscribe on the YouTube channel if you aren't already. battlerapresume@gmail.com, all that sort of stuff. If you've got any questions quickly for Quill as well, let us know. Here's one question, Quill. George Mann asks, any battlers Quill rates that he thinks are underrated by others?
Yeah, so Hulk is a big one.
Yeah.
As I said, like, honestly, I really rate Hulk, and I think he's really underrated. Underrated. Other than the main guys, not really. Matter is sick. Yeah, don't know.
Not Crafty.
Sorry?
Not Crafty.
He's probably going to body me, man. This is not a good look.
No. Have you seen him versus Matter? I haven't actually seen it yet, but I'm hearing great things.
Because sorry, also I like fuck man, it's just I'm put on the spot, so I'm not gonna think him. But I like Frankie Fraser as well. It's a shame because Frankie Fraser was last year really active. I was really surprised at how active he was, and now he's just disappeared. If he had just kept it up, he's someone who's I would like to battle him. I really rate him. I tried to get that, but he turned down for some reason. But maybe but whatever. I think it will happen. But I like Frankie Fraser. He'll be a very difficult battle.
I'd love to see that battle in a 3-rounder, please. In a 3-rounder.
Yeah, I'd love to 3-round. Yeah. That for me is like a good challenge.
That could be like a future title defense, I think.
Yeah, but what title?
I guess there's so many around, but probably the world title.
We'll just fucking go and take someone's title.
Yeah.
We'll just roll up. I'm thinking that's what I'm saying. Who's this Premier Battles title match thing? Who's on this thing now? Is it O'Shea and someone?
Yeah, O'Shea Matter.
I just thought to get a train down there and do some not UFC, that wrestling WWE stuff, bro. Just go down there and take someone's title, bro. I'm seeing these premier titles, and I'm like, I want to take that title. But what was the question before? You was going to say something.
What's the question for? Let's have a look what he's saying here. Quill is the last one, JD James saying, who can stop Gemini's reign of terror. When are you going to get it in?
Bro, this is what I'm saying. It's one of them ones where it's like, I'm out here, bro. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready, bro. He to be fair to him, he doesn't think it's the right time, which I can understand that because Battle's a bit dead right now. So if it's a bit more popping, it makes more sense. But who cares, bro? I don't care anymore, bro. Battle's dead, bro. Let's just rock it out, bro. You know what I mean? If it's dead, then let's be a little spark in it, even if it's not like it doesn't hit their views and whatever. It's gonna be a sick battle, bro. Let's just do it. I'm down. I don't even care now. This is what I'm saying. These type of battles, it's like, for me, it's like, even if people think I'm not underdog, whatever, I don't care. But these type of battles, it's like, I feel like I could win, and I feel like they could win. But I don't care. Like, I'm happy to do it. Like, some people, I'm not saying Gemini, but like a lot of people just don't want to put the you know what I mean?
So, I guess finally, how can people get at you? Like, I know you're on Instagram, right?
Yeah, on Instagram, Cool Lyrics, but don't really get at me, bro. Just watch me on YouTube, bro. Don't leave comments. I'm not reading it. But yeah.
Yeah. So we're building up
Just be nice to me in person, please. I'm not really that much of an asshole. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about something that I'm confident with. So I'm confident with battle rap. So I'm just got a bit of an ego with that. But I'm very approachable. Don't be scared of me.
And we're building.
No, right, Tom. Yeah. What do you reckon? Or
absolutely, absolutely.
Intimidated by me?
No. Quill is a sweetheart, and
thank you.
He's a genius in a certain way. A genius is.
Wow.
I would say genius.
Regretted that
Some
instantly.
of these bars.
You said genius and instantly regretted that.
But then I remembered the Raccoon City bar. So. You know.
Come on, man. Some of the way I piece them together is nice. What is it you don't like about my style, Tom? You tell me. What is it that you don't like about it?
I wouldn't say there's anything I don't like about it, really.
Yeah, there is. There's something you don't like. You know it and you're scared. Don't bottle it. I'm asking you. I'll put you on the spot.
I would only say, such as in the Soul Battle I could refer to, there's a certain way where your punches are almost too layered to a certain extent. And sometimes it's hard to...
like out of the blue.
Yeah. They're just kind of like at a vanishing point.
Yeah, sometimes. Which one? Do you have an example?
I would have to think about it too much on the spot, but I have spoken about it with one or two people. But I will get back to you with that.
Speak about it with me. We'll do it on here. You can pick apart and we can break you down.
I mean, I have no grounds on which to stand, but no, I'll get back to you with that. But just a certain way of But obviously, you know that I'm a fan, as are most people out there. So, and we're really looking forward to these battles.
Do, because you know what it is. My style is like I don't like to drag on topics in battle rap. Yeah, I don't like to do a whole round on a scheme. I don't like to do 16 bars on a scheme, not even 8 bars on a scheme. I like to do a 4-bar, hit it sweet, get original angle, and then move on from it. So I think when I do that, but sometimes I'll do maybe like 4-bar, then like a 4, then another 4 or 6, and then in between that, sometimes to fill it out, I'd have like a punch. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes if it's like, say I've done a couple of schemes on a couple subjects, then I'll hit someone with another punch. Then I might go into another subject. So I can understand why it seems like that, but that is, I understand that's a bit of a flaw as well, but at the same time, it's also a positive in my style, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's whenever I'm rambling.
So yeah, I mean, depending on when you listen to this, we are building up to the 25th of the month next Saturday at the Fiddlers, where Quill will be battling.
It's a free
Hulk.
event as well,
Yep.
so come down. It's free, bro. I don't even know why Danny's not charging people, bro. You can charge them from fucking $1, not even £5. Free event, get your ass down there.
It's a great card so far, and I think I've heard rumours JB might be getting on the card as well.
Who?
So.
No, seriously, I didn't hear what you said.
JB.
JB. Oh, I know JB.
So yeah, this has been great. Thanks everyone for listening as well. Get us at battlerapresume, battlerapresume@gmail.com, Patreon, iTunes. Support Quill. Go watch these battles that we discussed today. Quill, this has been great again. Thank you so much, man.
Well, thank you for having me, brother.